Look like we live and we rolling. Let's get it. What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, picking with Pop. Let's roll.
Yeah, great fire.
When the chicken, then the money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire bash lit up. Hit the back line in the air, throwing signals. When the chicken, then the money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire bash lit up. Hit the back lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the
bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building? Trying to break the house. What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. Happy Hump Day and all that and all that. Here goes some Hump Day wisdom. Be respectful, be courteous, and you'll go further than being an asshole and being a dickhead and, any of those things. Be humble, be courteous, be respectful. That'll take you a long way. That's some Hump Day wisdom for you. Y'all know what time it is, though. I appreciate you for rocking with me. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to it, people. Quick recap, as we always do. 2-minute mark, quick recap. And yesterday, 9 games on the slate. No, 8 games on the slate. 7 games, pardon me. 7 games on the slate yesterday. And we went 3 and 4. So we actually did bad in a sense. Under 500 is bad if you're betting on all of the games. However, we actually did excellent because the 3 games that we won, those was the locks. 2 locks, Houston over the Wizards. Charlotte, we had them with the points, but we said we wouldn't be surprised if they win outright. And them boys cooked, you know what I mean? Wasn't really buying Kevin Durant and them, Bradley Beal coming off the bench. We wasn't buying it. Plus, Charlotte was due for a win. And y'all know the motto, you could be the best team in the world playing against the worst team in the world in professional sports, and you'll still lose, vice versa. Teams not going to win every game. Teams not going to lose every game. And the play of the day was the Boston Celtics over the Denver Nuggets. And, first the line was 5.5. Then that shit jumped 3 points. Then when Joker finally didn't play, that shit jumped to 10.5. Nonetheless, they won. They covered all the spread, so another win in the books. But let me just check real quick what the final score was yesterday for that game. They won by 12. They won by 12. Yeah, they won by 12. So they covered the 10.5 if you end up betting that 10.5. And if you caught them with 5.5, good money. It wasn't even really a sweater. They was winning, then 57-57. It was close for a minute. Russell Westbrook, the Brody, he looked good. He always gonna bring maximum effort. And it is what it is. Let's real quick though, the losses. Atlanta, they didn't cover at Utah. Golden State, they lost outright to the Jimmy Butler list. Miami Heat, double overtime, lost at Sacramento. The Lakers, told y'all, you think it's an automatic win because a star player is out, or in this case, 2 star players is out. And oh, by the way, we're going to spank your ass. And my apologies, Spencer Dinwiddie, because I came right on here like, yo, they ain't going to be able to keep up. They're not going to be able to score with Derek Lively and Spencer Dinwiddie. And I'm going to give him his props real quick. Let's look at that game real quick before we get to today's slate. Spencer Dinwiddie, he had 19, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. He bust their ass. 8 for 15, only 1 for 5 from 3 points. Derek Lively, 7, 6, and 3. Only 3 field goals, but he went 3 for 3. PJ Washington, I mentioned him too. 9 for 14, 3 for 3 from 3. And 22 points, 8 rebounds, no assists though. But nonetheless, Klay Thompson hit 3 threes back to back, kind of reminded us of the Splash Brothers. And they did it without their 2 stars off the bench. Grimes, who the Knicks had 23, 9 and 6, 15, and the ball is moving a little more. You know, when you got Kyrie and Luka, one got crazy handles, the other going shoot you. That's a great Fire song with me featuring on it. Yeah, kid, we thought they was going to win the finals last year. We was wrong. All right, let's get right to it, people. Today's first game up. And y'all know I'm going to be calling out the timestamp so I could put it in for the people that's coming in behind. Pause, right? Pausalini, for those that play that game. I just got a text. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right, so first game up, we got the game of the week, game of the month, maybe the game of the year, just because if you don't count the loss to the Bucks that the OKC got when your wrist bling bling, my shit bling blow. They lost, but if you don't count that, they on a 15-game win streak. If you do count it, like I was counting it, well, let's go back to the 19th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They both really technically on 10-game win streaks. But the NBA is not counting the chip. And this is a tough game. When you go back and you look at the the history of these two teams, OKC has gotten the better of Cleveland in the last few years. In fact, I think they got the last 3 games they beat them. However, though, when you also look at that, it is no Mobley in one game, no Garland, stuff like that. Obviously, prior to that, Cleveland won 4 straight, so it's 4, then it's 3. So technically, out of the last 7 games, Cleveland got the series if it was a 7-game series. But the last 3, OKC has dominated. They won by 12, they won by 3, and they won by 8. The last game they played was on November 8th, 2023 at OKC. Again, I don't think Garland played in the last game. Let me just check real quick, because he did play. They had their whole team, and on the other hand, OKC had their whole team too. Both of them is due for a loss. This is definitely a tough game. I'm gonna stay away from this one. I'm gonna watch as a fan and enjoy it like you guys. But I'm gonna give the home field advantage to Cleveland, because they played them in a few days. So this is what OKC schedule look like. Sometimes it is good to look ahead. They just finished beating the Clippers, beat them by 18, beat my Knicks by 10, beat Celtics by 13, which is the best team in the league. They can shoot a lot of threes. All those games was at home. Both teams is fully rested since Sunday. Now you're on the road against Cleveland. My Knicks again on Friday. And then, the Wizards and Philly at the back end. But next Thursday, they play Cleveland again at home. So, are they going to beat Cleveland twice in 1 year when they got the best record in the NBA? I definitely think they're going to come play. Both teams is going to come play. But I think Jared Allen, Mobley is playing better now. In these games in the past, Mobley wasn't who he is now, in my opinion. I definitely think he's playing much better. His offensive prowess is coming out. He's scoring more. He's doing a lot more. He's just not another player after Garland and Donovan Mitchell to me. So I'm gonna go with Cleveland, although I'm not gonna be surprised if OKC win. People is on OKC 78% with the 2.5, 23% money line with my plus 222. No, I kind of stretched that game, but that is one of the better games. Next game up, 9-12. We had who we got? We got Chicago at Indiana. Indiana is giving. First it was 6. Now it's looking like it's 8. I'm looking at the CBS. No, it's 5. First it was looking like 6. I guess it dropped down. Maybe Halliburton is not playing. Let's check that real quick on RotoWire. Let's check that real quick. We live. Try not to make this video long at all. He's still in the gray. Turner's still in the gray. I think they still can win without Halliburton. Turner, I don't know about that. He game time decision, but I think both will play. A lot of these players is out with illness, with my neck, my back, my calf, my ankle, my hamstring. I think they be stringing it along, if you ask me personally. Next game up, We going with Indiana, and I like Indiana strong today. I'm not gonna lie. Next game up 10-10. We got the Washington Wizards out on the road at Philadelphia 76ers. Philly laying a big boy number. I'm like, I know y'all 8 games better than them, but sheesh, y'all just barely winning these games. In fact, Philly is on just a 1-game losing streak. They lost to the Suns by 10 at home. Beat the Brooklyn Nets, lost to the Warriors when they was out on the road. That was their first game back home. I do think they win. I do think they cover. No Joel Embiid, no Paul George. These guys is always out, so it's nothing new. The spread is already calculated into that. Then when you look at the Wizards on the other hand, Kuzma may not play, Star may not play. They got mad players out. The laundry list of players, they've been out. They're one of the worst teams in the league. And I think Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Caleb, Martin, Drummond, if he plays, I think they could get the victory. Next game up, 11-12 mark. We got Detroit Pistons out on the road at the Brooklyn Zoo. Brooklyn, they also have a long laundry list of players out. They giving a big boy number as well. They giving 9. Like, damn, do you really want to be giving 9 with Detroit on the road? They ain't even covered the last game. Who they played? They barely won. Even though, they just barely beat the Blazers. And comfortable at home. Let's see how many games they had home. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 straight games home, and they won all 4 games, so they are balling. They beat the Magic. I had the Magic that day. They beat the Hornets. They didn't cover. They beat the Timberwolves, and I had the Timberwolves as a lock, as the play of the day. And I put a couple dollars on them. That shit hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. The play of the day is the game that I put the most money on. For those that's just tuning in, you may not know, etc. Even though we give out locks, we did start giving out the play of the day on the 19th of December, and we are now 14-5. So for whatever that's worth. I like Detroit. I know they didn't cover yesterday. They already beat up on Brooklyn once this year. They had Schroeder. They had Chad Johnson played. They had their players, and they still got spanked. Now they out their players. It is a lot to lay with them, but I think they could come in, and I just think they got their number. So I'm gonna roll with I'm gonna roll with Detroit. Next game, 12:48. Who we got? we got my team, New York Knicks, and you know what's about to come next. You know what's about to come next, even though we've been losing. Is New York in the house? Is Brooklyn in the house? Uptown in the house? Like, Shallon, are you in the house? Like, everybody. Rest in peace, ODB and Wu-Tang. Love the kids. My New York Knicks giving 12.5, even with Karl Anthony Towns being in the gray area on RotoWire. Knicks on a 3-game losing streak. I ain't gonna lie, they have lost to some good teams. If you will, last team they beat was the Jazz at home. Went out on the road, lost to Thunder by 10. Came back, lost to the Bulls. Second time losing to the Bulls too. Lost to the Bulls at home. Maybe the Bulls just got their number. It's the coffee right there. Maybe the Bulls just got their number. Then they lost to the Magic, who they already beat twice. Beat them in the regular season and then in the in-season tournament, if you will. So they got their get back. Now they playing the Toronto Raptors. They're gonna have a couple of home games home. They already had the Magic at home. Now it's the Raptors. Thunder on Friday. It's gonna be a good game. The Bucks and then the Pistons. I think the Knicks come back. I think they come out. They do what they got to do. Even if Karl Anthony Towns don't play, I just think they're better than the Raptors. The Raptors, they got all their players back. They finally healthy. They are one of the deepest teams in the league. But now you got to play together. Now you got to put the system together. And I think the Knicks is just head and shoulders better than them. Could they win by 12, 14, and be up big? They can. The only thing that really concerns me about the Knicks, obviously it's a big concern, is they don't got no bench. They don't really have nobody. They top heavy. Tom Thibodeau be running them into the ground, and we ain't even at the All-Star game yet, which we will be at soon. But I'm on my New York Knicks. Next game, 15-minute mark. We got We got the Portland Trail Blazers out on the road at the New Orleans Pelicans. And Zion came back, looked good. All over Sports Center, they showing the dunk he did last night, 360. Almost definitely a similar play with the ball being hit away, going the other way, grab it, 360 dunk. He did it in the Duke game in college. But now you're not playing. We get it. You've been out for 26, 27 games, like not one, not two, not three, hamstring, neck, back, weight loss, and all this other shit. And he gonna lose some money. He's definitely gonna lose some money. I hope the Knicks don't dumb out, try to get him. I know he wanted to come to the Knicks, and we end up getting RJ Barrett because he went #1, etc. So far, RJ Barrett is definitely the better player. Let's be clear. I was one of those like, damn, BYB ain't had a #1 pick and woo woo woo. RJ Barrett more durable. Definitely averaging. Well, RJ Barrett having like 22, something like that. 23, more durable, and available. So, that's the best available. The best availability is availability, whatever, however they say that. But I'm on the Knicks. But anyway, Pelicans -1.5 at home on a back-to-back. They already lost twice to Portland, so this is a triple revenge game. They -1.5. They not. I think Portland comes and win. The spread is pretty much telling you that. If you ask me, I think Portland just probably got their number as well. So we gonna roll with Portland. 16:44 mark. Got the Clippers out on the road. Kawhi third game back, and they at Denver Nuggets. Denver, like I said, we had Boston yesterday. That was the play of the day. Even with the spread moving to 8.5, even with the spread going to 10.5, Boston still covered. Clippers just lost to who? Oh, they just lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is their third game on the road. Let me check. Second game on the road. Then they play the Hornets on Saturday, so they are going to have an extended period of being off. Joker is questionable, illness. I know this can't just be me. If you betting every day, you looking at RotoWire. When you looking at why the players is out, you keep seeing illness, ankle, calf, heel, hamstring. These, especially illness. Sometimes if Pop was here, with Greg Popovich, that is, a lot of people be like Popovich? No, Popovich. You know what I mean? We definitely wish him well, want to see him back on the sideline, or maybe we won't. He'll just say, listen, Tim Duncan is rest, they owe. Ginobili, rest, they owe. Tony Parker, rest, they owe. Just keep it a buck, you know what I'm saying? With all of the illnesses, how much illness is going around? Like, players is more sick than they was during COVID. Like, keep it a buck. Like, you're not that sick. You don't want to play on the back-to-back. I think the Joker will play tonight. And I like Denver. I like Denver. I can see Kawhi and them coming to get a victory, but he got to get work back in. The last game, I don't think he had anything. Let me just take a quick look. Last game against Minnesota. He is on a minute restriction, but now he had 8 points, 8, 2, and 2, went 3 of 11, 2 for 5, and he played 20 minutes. He is top 15, 12 players when he's fully healthy and when he's back, but this ain't the old Kawhi that was winning the Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. He's not the Claw, a.k.a. the Machine, I must break you. He's not that player no more. He's just not. And so I'm going to roll with Denver Nuggets. I think they could win even though it's on the back-to-back at home. That +1.5 is telling, if you ask me. Last game of the night, then we get to the locks. I know my videos be a little longer when I'm doing the live, but it's all good. Last game of the night, we got the San Antonio Spurs. Second game on ESPN tonight. Milwaukee Bucks giving 3.5. It was 5. Let me look at RotoWire one more time to see why. Maybe somebody's not playing. They got Dame Lillard in the gray, but he's not at the bottom. If you know RotoWire, normally when a player is not going to play, that I notice, they at the top, they at the bottom, they in the gray. If you're not sure what the gray mean toss-up. So could play, could not play. Let me do this real quick because I didn't do this for the last game, just because I do my little research. Last 5 matchups, San Antonio Spurs versus the Milwaukee Bucks. See how their little history going. Yeah, I didn't really get to handicap this game too much. I'm leaning towards the Spurs, but let's see first. Bucks won the last three: 121, 125, 119, 132, 94, 30, going all the way back, and then the Spurs won 2 before that. Oh, let's look at the last game because that was this year. That was just now. Well, that was last year, January. Let's look at that game real quick. See who played. Giannis, Lillard, Middleton, Michael Beasley. Who Beasley on? Who team Michael Beasley on? I think he on Detroit. I think. Brook Lopez, and let's see for Spurs. Victor Wembanyama played, had 27. Devin Vessel 34. This guy's out. Jeremy Sakan had 9 points. Trey Jones, no Chris Paul. Obviously, he just got there. ESPN game. I think the Bucks will win, but I think Spurs got a good chance of coming in here and winning outright. I think they got a good chance of winning outright. I think it's going to be a close game. Bucks might even be losing at the end of the game. If Dame Lillard don't play, like I told y'all, you see, Luka didn't play, Kyrie didn't play, they still won. They do that. The NBA, you think it's going to go one way and it doesn't. With that said, let's get to the locks. But first, let's get to the theme music.
Yeah. Great fire.
Winner, chicken dinner, money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one Popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. All right, here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks that get you and me the winner, chicken dinners. It's 4 games today. Let's give out 3 locks. Let's go with Detroit. I think they got a Brooklyn number. Let's go with my New York Knicks at home, bounce back, lost 3 over the bad Toronto Raptors. I know that's a big number, but I think the Knicks clean. And the play of the day, 239. Sorry about that. Play of the day, 22-39. Play of the day is the Indiana Pacers. I like Indiana. I know Chicago just got that good victory over the Spurs. Now you come back down. You're going to lose going to the Pacers. That's what I got for y'all today, folks. Let me know who you like. Let me know who you taking. Let me know where you think I'm bugging out at. Of course, I appreciate you for tuning in. You know what I mean? Rock with your boy. It's Popovich, but y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.